boys are on their way out. I just did a little live on Instagram, and it's Monday, so we've been invited to film the boys as they come out and warm up, as we usually do. Regulars will know what the story is. And then we shall turn the cameras off. And from there, we've got interviews with Ame Saleh, Cheeks, Michael Cheekham, and Jed Cartwright. They're our guys there. There's Hayden. Hello, buddy. How are you? All right? Hayden, sports scientist, does some important work for the club. Now, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so with me back, we'll go from left to right there. We've got Dean Hawkins with his back to us, the hat turned behind. We've got Dion Tupper there. I'm not sure that's a staff member. We've got Terrell, Carlo, Terrell. Hello, mate. How are you? DKK. So a few of the other boys are out. So there's Pete Mamazzella's just come and sat down with his back to the wall there. Blakey Taff with the black brass sort of thing on they wear. There's AJ over there, the hero, the offload. Benny Lovett over there, just walked back in. Benjamin Lovett, we've got standing up there's Geordie Coolitz, nephew of Terry, the long-time physio. He was physio when I was here at the club. We've got Talis Duncan there. And behind him we've got Jacob Gagai. Jai Gray's just come out. And Grant Chappell's just arrived. There he is. The chaps. You've got a can of mixed drinks there. You've got the hair of the dog, chaps. It's like a UDL or something you got there. So Jai Gray, yeah, we've got a little bit of mail that he could be back. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, are we, chaps? We have. It's too late now. No, look, everyone knows he's nearing a return. He was doing full contact last week. He looked pretty good, so he'll probably tell us himself if we ask him a little bit later. But there's Lockie Elias just walked out. He's kicked that ball for the try. There's Sammy Burgess over there. He was just talking to these lads over here. This is a rugby league team called the Royal Marines out here on a tour. So they're going to get a treat and look up there. There's some of the staff up there. And there's someone's brought their dog walking through. So yeah, it just shows you the public can get through because he's just walked through, old mate. And yeah, there they go, the boys. Some of the boys are walking out. We'll follow them around. Yeah, the boys, led by AJ there. And the greenies just blending in with the boys there. But gee, didn't he have some sort of game? Alex Johnston. So we're going to spin back around. So Jai Gray coming back out. There's Benjamin Lovett. Say hello to these boys. Yeah, the boys. Sart. Hello, mate. How you going?
Doesn't look bad though.
Boys. Zaya, great try, mate. Well done. There he is, the hero of the moment. Zaya Tass scored the winning try. Put the Panthers away. How good was it? Anyway, there's Cameron there, the captain. I've just kicked the stand again. Careful of that. There's the taffy. Blakey boy. There he is. Captain just having a chat to the old mate there. He's just come through with his dog, so there you go. Hodgie. Hodge scored the winning try for the New South Wales Cup. On Thursday, the curtain raiser. There's Josiah, Karapani. Who else we got over here? Here's Cheeks, Michael Cheekham. He'll be interviewing him a bit later. There's the rabbit. Who else we got there? Richie Kenner. That's Dan. Is that Daniel Slicker? It's Davey Mwale anyway. Davey, hello mate. How are ya? It's good. Yeah, there's DSF there, Big Dan. Hello mate. Cam there. And who else we got over there? Giant Abra. There's Isaac Tutupo Thompson. Tane Mill. What a game he had. Had an absolute blinder. There he is. Deserves a special mention. Did his job. Tane. Well done, mate. Well done. Awesome. He's hosty.
It's been like that over the last week.
If it starts raining, there's
Good weekend off, mate. I had my mates.
Benny Hornby, coach. Benny, hello, mate. Good. It's the Vanilli L out in the field there. Isaac, Tutupa, Thompson. Hello, mate. He's walking all right, I think. Isaac, let's have a look at him. Looks pretty good. No strapping. I reckon he could be good to go. Oh, the way Tane played, a bit of a dilemma for the coach because, what do you think? I think he might throw Isaac back in there, but we shall see tomorrow on Team List, Tuesday, live and free. Bunnies TV hosty. Hello, mate. Lockie. Joy Arrow. Now, we're just going to feature this guy here. We're going to be interviewing him a bit later. Chaps is here to chat to him. Okay, but there he is. Hame Sele, also known as Hamaweta. I'm not sure that's stuck. That's who it is. Also got Eddie Payer over there. Kicking Academy. Ed's Kicking Academy. I just had a chat to him about it. Former Rabbitoh. He's Kicking Academy on Instagram. It's absolutely great. For any kids or young women or boys that want to learn how to kick, that's the page to go to because he could kick a football. Let's just have a look at Hame here. Hamawera. There it is. Hamawera. Got Tyrone Munro over here. Just played Saturday in the 24 all draw jersey flag at fullback. Geez, he played well too. He turned and chased a couple of times. Threw an intercept at one stage. And the bloke was an outside back. He threw the intercept attacking the line. He caught the bloke on the 50 metre at halfway, so gave him a start, turned, chased, caught the bloke, and he did it again as well. In the second half when they were away and he ran the bloke down, so no stopping this kid when he's in the clear. Big future at the club. As is this bloke here, Coach JD. Happy man today, I'd say. Coach JD. As is, I suppose, Joe. They nearly got the win. They won his side won, and the flag, unfortunately, 24-all draw. Hey, Joe. Hey, mate. So yeah, that's Joe O'Callaghan. He's junior now. He's another bloke that's back. So selection dilemma for the coach. He is back. Someone's got to go. We said it could be Jed Cartwright. It could be G-Cam. I don't think it's Daniel Saluka for feeder or I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much. We'll just see how it happens. He's got a little knee brace on there. I'll go and have a look at the players on the field out here now. There they are. The squad, they're all in green today. Enjoy. Another great game in the middle. Brownie said on our recap show that he's not moving him from the middle. So when you get a middle forward back like Junior, what do you do? Hello, buddy. How are you?
there was a Papali in the second half. Yeah. Good game, but you got a good team building there, boys. Yeah. 3 wins.
Let's move up a bit here.
Yeah.
Good, matey. There's Tyrone Munro. Just stopped for a chat to chaps there. Let's go and have a look at the boys out here. AJ, Alex Johnston. Special mention. Chaps gave him his man of the match. It's not often you see a winger get man of the match, but this bloke did. Line breaks, offloads, involvement. Good to see him back. So man of the match, and I don't think he scored a try from memory. So there you go. That was the involvement that he had. Now we've got Hosty over here. He's just going for a few drills. So he didn't play the whole game. So I don't know. It looks like he might be doing a little bit of rehab there. Pete Mamasalis doing a run through. There's another bloke doing a run through out here, Jai Gray, who I just spoke about before. I'm just trying to look into the sun here, which is a little bit of an effort, but yeah. So there's Jacob there. I suspect that he might not be 100%, but anyway, not for me to say. We shall see. How else we got out here? They're going to get straight into their drill soon, so we'll have to turn off quite soon. But we'll continue filming while we can here on Bunnies TV. I always like to see Benny Lovett, the Park Spaceman. Shout out to Dad, John, Mum, Fiona, all the family watching from Parks, watching this on YouTube, the replay. This isn't live, obviously, because we do save our live and free for Bunnies TV, but we will be back on Thursday for the Captain's Run, and we will be live then. And then we'll speak to JD, and we might go live again because that worked out all right last week. We went live for the interviews as well. Big Sammy, still looking pretty fit. Put a jersey on him. I don't know, maybe not. He's done. He's a good coach now, so yeah. So what else can we focus on here? That's who's that running through there? That's Cody Hodge, I think. What else can we focus on up here? Dean Hawkins, he's back. There's the whistle. David Mawale. There's Liam Knight back out there, just charged out. There he is. Tried to pick the ball up there, but he needs to get his eye back in. But he'll be back this week, I think. So that'll be interesting to see how he goes. He's been out for 9 months, so he dead set needs some footy under his belt. And I'll just follow this action for a while here. And yeah, so here we are at the Rabbitohs Centre, the Usana Rabbitohs Centre. Yeah, so Bomber. Hello, mate. That's Bomber there. Very nice. 300 gamer. Played exactly 300 games. He was telling us the story the other day, and it was against South. And put the cue in the rack. His body let him down, unfortunately, he said. He had I think it was a neck injury, so a serious injury, and he didn't want to risk it, which is fair enough. And so, yeah, he wrapped it up at 300, which is, speaks for itself. What a career. And now he's a valuable coach here, helping out that bloke there. JD, Jason Dimitri. And the dream team of coaching continues with Slam and Sam Burgess and Johnny Sutton. So they're in good hands, this mob. How are you? So you're watching this on our George's camera. George Street City. Proud supporters of us here on Bunnies TV. You go into the George Street store, it's just where the light rail stops in George Street. Across the road from the the Strand Arcade, I think it is, the old historic Strand Arcade. Beautiful old building. Right across the road is George's Cameras. Go in there, tell them Bunnies TV sent you. Get yourself a camera, a camcorder, or a lens, get some advice, video, audio. They know it all in there, production. And or you can go online to georges.com.au and just order online. They've got a lot of specials there as well. So, yeah. And also our major sponsor is Darryl Lee, since 1927. Hey Matt, good. Zaya Tass too, what a try. Good pick up too. Cody burst through, picked up Isaiah. Try to break the Panthers' hearts. What a win it was. Takes us to 5-3 on the season now. And we've got another big clash coming up on Friday, the Brisbane Broncos. Up there at Suncorp, so the boys will do the captain's run. No more media until then, so this is it till Thursday. Then back here for the captain's run. And I imagine there's going to be more fences come down because they're just doing all the finishing touches around the place. Over to that and have a look. We've got a community page on our YouTube, so you can go there and look at the photos we share. We try and share exclusives on there. They're the first eyes to ever look at those photos on our community page on YouTube. And we have got a great community. All our YouTube followers, subscribers, members, we appreciate your support. We love that you support us here on Bunnies TV. And yeah, so this is the Rabbitohs Susana Sound. Let me give you a bit of a look at things. So there's the post. Now see that camera up there? That's one of the cameras, right? And then there's another one on top of the scoreboard over there. You haven't seen this before, so there's I'll just zoom in at that white box there. That's another camera, and you can see that there's a bit of stuff on the screen now. And then there's another camera at the northern end. Hey, how's it going, Ed? No, it's Eddie Farrer there. Just say hello. Another camera. What am I looking at? There it is. There. So there's three beautiful cameras, shooting in HD, I imagine. I don't know if it's 4K. Probably is. And that's the screen. So they used to fly a lot of drone stuff here at training, but I was speaking to Lee from the Rabbitohs, and he said the drone might not be used as much because they've got so much footage from the cameras. And yeah, so that's that. We've got our own drone now, and I see Darren Brown's just walked in. He's in the public area over there, just having a chat, just working the room. Razzle Dazzle Brown, former Rabbitoh, former Panther. He enjoyed that win. He was very excited. He was. Darren, he was very excited, as you should be. He's talking to Eddie, two former Bunnies. I'm just talking to Eddie myself. If you haven't mentioned Ed's Kicking Academy, I'll just give it one more mention. Ed's, I think it's the Kicking Academy on Instagram. I'll share a link in this video if I remember. So you can go down in the description. In the description of this video, there's all our sponsors, links to our sponsors. There's our email, admin@bunniestv.au, our website, bunniestv.au, and there's also a way you can join the channel. Click and join to support us on the show, and you get exclusive content, behind the scenes content that no one else gets to see except our members, because we value our members. You should be a member of Bunnies TV, a member of the Rabbitohs, and a member of the Juniors group of clubs, because that is incredible value, being a member of the Juniors. Costs you nothing, basically. It's only a few bucks, and you get to be a member of the three clubs, the Juniors Kingsford, the Juniors Maroubra, and the Juniors Malabar. You get cheap drinks and cheap food, so you get your money back within the first visit or two. And they are great supporters of the club. They work closely with the club. Keith McGraw and the board there are very close to Blake Solly and his board here. It's a marriage made in heaven. It's the only leagues club we've got. And once we get back to Allianz, it'll be on the to the Juniors Kingsford on the light rail, to the game, and then back to the Juniors Kingsford to celebrate wins after win at our new base at Allianz when we go there. Hopefully we do. Chris Minns, if you're watching this, we're waiting for you to pull the trigger and give us the green light for next year. There's a bit of a muck around this year with the Women's World Cup, so it's not a huge deal we're not at Allianz, but there is one coming up. We're playing the Eels there in a few weeks. I should know that exact time, but it's for Indigenous round. I was just talking to Steve McDermott from SPA, the South Players Association, and we are going to go there. We are going to have a little tour here of the facility, and then we're going to go to the juniors, and then we're going to go to the game. So a big day taking on the Eels. Boys are still going through their paces here, so we're going to keep filming until Jez, who's standing right behind me with Chaps, tells us to turn off. Keep going. All right, Chaps, I'm joined by Chaps. And a little bit of insight there from Jez. I know you were having a chat to him, I interrupted you, but how did you enjoy that win? Grant, we're at the game, you and Darren and me. It was one for the ages, as Josh Kemp said.
Look, I just kept going back to that 16-10 game where we sort of weren't in it, and 10-15 minutes ago we started playing some footy and we nearly pulled their pants down, but we'd played a lot better in that contest on Thursday night than we did in the first round, and we're only 6 points away, so I knew if we can get that one try to get it to 18-16, I thought we had enough in this squad, enough belief, and we're playing pretty high completion footy. There was a lot of fatigue in Penrith. I noticed on all the stoppages when you're at the game that they were gassed. And even some of their guys like Luai, the 5'8", looked tired. Some of the outside backs, Toto, come up with some huge tackles. You can't just keep doing that week in, week out. And when you've won a couple of premierships, you're not as hungry. And you could see how much hungrier South were, and seeing what it meant to them when Tass went over for that try. And it was a great story for Tass.
Yeah.
It was a great story for Tass because Tass sort of had that little defensive error before half-time, and he would have been a bit down on himself because he's had a great year. Hasn't he? And I reckon that back 15 minutes, he come up with 3 or 4 monster plays out the back of shape. One was a 2-on-1, a tap-on pass. Another one was an around-the-corner pass. It didn't result in points, but this time it was him backing up and picked up the ball off his knees, didn't break stride, and then was able to outrun Cleary to the line. And just to watch the jubilation up around the members area and some of the other areas was pretty wild, pretty special. And when we were leaving in the car park, we don't normally leave at full time. We normally leave an hour after because we do the post-game show, and we didn't have the post-game show being a Thursday night. All you could hear was horns through the P1. Yeah. P1 were just going beep, 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 rabbits, flags, and it was pretty special.
I think they missed Liam Martin, and was also
but we were missing Junior Chatola.
Yeah, so that was evens it out.
Liver Havili.
Yeah.
Big Eye Tom. We had plenty out.
Yeah.
So don't let them bring those excuses in. It was like for like. I mean, I rate Junior Chatola up there with James Fisher-Harris. He got our Player of the Year last year. Don't forget that. Yeah. He's a guy that, look, I don't know about how I know he's played obviously international football for Tonga. I don't know how that works, but I'd put him in State of Origin as a middle forward. Would not hesitate.
Yeah.
I think he's good enough. I think he's mobile enough. He's certainly aggressive enough, whether we got the ball or don't. Anyway.
Oh, well, it's a big selection dilemma tomorrow. We'll be back for Team List Tuesday.
Well, we got to put that one behind us, and the arrow goes towards the competition leaders, and by far and away the best side in the competition this year, the Brisbane Broncos. They got striking. They got probably one of the best centre pairings in the game.
Yeah.
Got the Pommy fella and Katoni Staggs. Right, so it's on again for Campbell Graham and Tass defensively. They're going to have to be on their game.
Yep.
And I don't know too much about the halfback. He's only new. I don't know if he's got a good kicking game or not, but no, he's been on fire, Adam Reynolds, and he's a fan favourite, and I know anyone that's involved with South Sydney absolutely loves him, and we wish him all the best, except for when we play him. So he's 1-0 against us so far, and we'll be looking to square the ledger on Friday night up there at Suncorp Stadium.